I welcome Mr. Santhosh Palavesh, an entrepreneur, technologist, digital expert, market hacker, blockchain enthusiast, and a video gamer. He has done his graduation in Velamal Engineering College, currently the founder and CEO of UMM Digital and Chief Innovation Officer of Belfrix. His experience include where he was the co-founder of Encrypts Malaysia, founding director UMM Digital Middle East Advertising and Designing, director of Omnia Digital, founder of Takeoff Communication, managing director The Cookie. Sir has also received n number of awards, which includes Mother Teresa Excellence Award, Indira Gandhi Puraskar Award, Rashtriya Udyog Ratna Award, Nerdo European Quality Award, Bharat Award. Yes. Thank you, sir.
Super. Anyways, good evening, guys. So, all I have is like 20-25 minutes. So, I'm going to be really super fast. Another fast episode, right? Anyway, so my name is Santhosh Palavesh. I am basically a mechanical engineering pass out from 2010, coming out of a typical middle class family, education loan, wanted to sit for placements, not knowing what in life. I was a typical engineering student palette. I'm on such. So I'm going to share my journey, and then I'm going to share a couple of my learnings on various startups and stuff like that. Okay. So 2006 was when I completed my +2 and I joined engineering college in Belmont Engineering College. And the moment I joined engineering, I realized it was not a great cup of tea, right? My thing was not in engineering. Right? I wanted to do something very innovative and different. So I started off as a short film maker back then. So I did various short films, one in various colleges, symposiums, etc., etc., etc. So in fact, IIT Sarang 2-3 years were consecutive finalists. At least today, you get to see short films in a very a good quality, good quality short films come out. But back then, 2008, 2009 were only starting, and all I had access was only to handycams and mobiles. In fact, my first short film was made with mobile and things like that, right? So I started as a short film maker. So used to win in various colleges. So that's how my journey started back then. So IIT Sarang 2009 was one of the turning point in my life. So had no business plan, had no idea of becoming an entrepreneur. I just took life as it came to me, right? That was my journey. So IIT Sarang 2009, our team wanted IIT Sarang guys wanted a team name out of us. So our script was there in MS Word. We hadn't saved the file yet. So it was document was called Untitled. So anyway, this is the movie that you're going to take. So why don't we name our teams as Untitled Movie Makers? So that's how UMM basically got formed. And 2009 Sarang, I had a 2-minute face-to-face interaction with Soundira Rajnikant. She was a judge for the movie. We didn't win the competition, of course. But for some reason, she said, hey, don't come into movie industry. எனக்கு அது கொஞ்சம் ஷாக்கிங் இருந்தது. அதாவது தலைவரோட டாக்டரே வந்து மூவி இண்டஸ்ட்ரிக்குள்ள வராதீங்க, focus on advertising and branding சொல்லும்போது, so that hit me. And I was nearing the 4th year of college. So typically, 4th year placements and the EMIs will start to kick in, or education, etc. So at that point in time, I started to placements. I got into 2 companies, TCS and Caterpillar, but I didn't want to take up jobs. So all I was aware that I actually kai ketti vela paaka pidikadu. So that was the only thing with which I started my life. So I started as a freelance designer. Okay, so typically trying to do designs such as your brochures, logos, etc. And my story somewhat a little bit aligns with Bhuvaran sir, because when we started doing designing, then somebody has to know how to build websites, right? So even though we didn't know how to build a website, we used to come back, learn, and kind of get this done. And then slowly 2013-14 mobile apps were becoming big. So then we started taking mobile application projects, and we started learning and things like that. 2013 we also got our hands into digital marketing, and 2014 we shut shop because we came to a conclusion that we cannot sell likes, comments, and shares. A business needs, a real business needs to happen through digital marketing. So we shut shop and we did our groundwork famously. And 2016, we restarted our digital marketing business, and today we are one of India's top 25 digital marketing agencies as well. So my journey, I completed 10 years this year, and this is my 11th year now. So UMM Digital is a digital transformation firm. How many of you know Happiest Minds company? Yeah, so we are in the lines of Happiest Minds, and we are a 120 people company here in Chennai as well as in Bangalore, and we have an office in Singapore, London, and Dubai as well. So primarily our business is split into 3 verticals. We have a technology vertical, which is the largest revenue vertical, wherein we work with entrepreneurs as well as corporates building products, typically from an idea stage to the launch stage. So some of my customers are, for example, even L&T, we are a digital transformation partners, we are building them 45 mobile applications, typical corporate engagement. At the same time, there are also clients into my studio who come saying, hey, you know what, I quit my corporate job, right? And this is my idea. So starting from the idea stage, helping them to go to the critical mass, we completely take care of their product development journey, right? And second vertical is basically our agency vertical, wherein we are into digital marketing. And your Google, Facebook marketing today, everybody thinks they're the king of digital marketing, but still it's a very complex job, right? Getting real business out of digital marketing is tough. And we have a product division as well. So that's pretty much what UMM is. We are a hard development team. So we hire a lot of developers, designers, and stuff like that. So what I'm going to share in this CMB, this event particularly, is my analysis of how I have seen various startups grow. So I would have spent working with closely at least 150 startups in the last 10 years. Right? We are a service company. So typically we have entrepreneurs working with us. So for example, if another அண்ணா நம்ம ஆஃபீஸ் வராங்க அப்படின்னா இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு ஆப் பண்ண போகிறேன், ஒரு இத்தனை ஆட்டோஸ் இருக்க போகுது, நாளைக்கு வந்து இந்த மாதிரி தான் எஃபிஷியன்ட் சொல்லும் போது இந்த மாதிரி ஆட்டோ பண்ணால் என்னென்ன சேலஞ்சஸ் இருக்குது, ஏன் ஊபர் ஓலானால டவுன்லோட் வாங்க முடியுது, எதுக்கு ஒரு ஃபாஸ்டாக்னால வாங்க முடியல, ஏன் ஒரு ஹீரோ டாக்ஸினால அது பண்ண முடியல, ஏன் அவங்களும் காரில் கம்மி டாக்ஸ் ரேட் தான் தராங்க, பட் ஏன் ஆப் டவுன்லோட் வர மாட்டேங்குது, ஏன் ஊபர் அமௌண்ட் டவுன்லோட் வருது, அது பிராண்டுனாலையா இல்லை வேல்யூனாலையா இல்லை டிஜிட்டல் வேறு கேமா. ஸோ these kind of starting from getting the insights done to helping him develop the app in the most efficient manner, and also to put it in the market. Again, go to market, எந்த மாதிரி go to market strategy பண்ணலாம், எந்த மாதிரி மாடல்ல போகலாம், கூகுள்ல ஃபேஸ்புக்ல பே பண்ணி பண்ணலாமா, பிசினஸ் படுத்துறோம், ஏன்னா அவ்வளவு ஸ்பெண்ட் நம்ம பண்ண முடியாது, அப்போ ஆர்கானிக்கா growth எப்படி நம்ம இம்ப்ரூவ் பண்றது. So those kind of insights, starting from the development of the product to the end marketing itself, we take care of the entire journey. So UMM is a 10-year-old company now, and it's pretty much set from my side. I have a specialist from each of the domain running that particular industry, and so that's one of my roles that I want to play. And till like 2.5 years back, the business has got a little monotonous. So we do a decent bit of turnover. The business got a little monotonous. So I want to take up my next challenge. So then is when blockchain happened in my life. So I'm also one of the director and the chief innovation officer in a company called Belfix Global. Belfix is a blockchain group. I'm sure how many of you heard about Bitcoins, Ethereum, etc., etc. Yeah. So Belfix is a multi-vertical blockchain group. We are one of the largest exchange in India as well as in Africa and APAC. So we have a platform, web platform, where people can buy and sell and trade cryptocurrencies and Ethereum. So typically a fixed deposit gives you 6% annual return. Right? If you go for an SIP, mutual funds, shares, etc., you're talking about, let's say 15%, maybe 18% if you're lucky on an annual basis. But crypto is a high gain market, at the same time it's a high risk market where your returns go from as even from 2% to even sometimes 100% per day, but the risk is also there. So we are a crypto exchange, and we do close to $3 million in GMV on a daily basis. And we also have a blockchain-based software vertical, and where we develop solutions and products for banking, governments, etc. Right. So now, what I want to emphasize on is some of the major learnings that I saw in terms of working with a lot of startups. Right. So I told you, like, I work closely with 150 startups from the idea stage to the development stage, but I think only 8 are living right now. Only 8 are surviving right now. So what happened to the remaining 140 plus? Where do they go wrong? Right? What happens? Etc. So this is my some of the learnings that I have had in terms of working closely with startups. The other model, the model that we predominantly work with startups is we work with the cash plus equity model, because I know for a fact initially startups don't have much of cash to develop their product. So we sometimes engage with them on equity model, wherein we develop the application and we get our returns, but only for startups that can possibly give us high returns. So these are some of the mistakes that I had seen. I'm going to run you guys through this. The first is, sir, Anna Saramari idea, unique idea, right? This is my personal opinion. Unique idea is the better than, but unique idea is not the business. சரவண பவன் நீ வடபழனியில் இருக்காங்க, அதுக்காக வந்து சங்கீதா ஓப்பன் ஆகாதான்னு கேட்டீங்கன்னா கண்டிப்பாக ஓப்பன் ஆகும். 2 பேர் மார்க்கெட் இருக்கு, 2 பேர் மார்க்கெட் ஷேர் பண்ண தான் போறாங்க, 2 பேர் 2 இட்லி செல் பண்ண தான் போகுது, ரைட்? ஸோ இஸ் unique idea really important? Yes, if it's unique idea, it's really important, and the edge இருக்கு, but not necessarily that unique idea. See, I have seen a lot of guys who are working in corporates who are looking for that unique idea to get down into business. Sometimes you just need to start. That's simple as that. Sometimes you just need to start. Here, I would like to kind of differentiate between 2 major words. Who is an entrepreneur and who is a businessman? Sometimes we tend to mix up both the terms, right? An entrepreneur versus a businessman. Businessmen are typically, for example, Ambani family is a business house, right? Business house get into any business for the money perspective, right? They invest in X and they're looking for X plus returns in the due course of time, right? So they predominantly invest money and they expect more returns out of it. An entrepreneur is all about an idea. All about an idea. A vertical, if it doesn't do really well, Ambani ji or any other industrial family, business family would stop funding that particular vertical because businessman is all about money driven. But the entrepreneur is all about idea driven. I know a couple of entrepreneurs in Chennai, Bangalore, who might even give their family life, give everything only for the idea that they have, right? So that's who an entrepreneur is. So first of all, I think you need to basically understand whether you fall in the entrepreneur category or a businessman category. So some of the recent startups, they come to my studios, they say, hey, I have a great entrepreneurial idea. What are you doing? I'm selling tea. I'm creating an app for selling tea. Okay, is that really an entrepreneurial idea? I don't know. But I think it's more of a business idea wherein they are looking for franchising model expansion and stuff like that. So your idea definitely is very, very, very important. But at the same time, for people who want to start up, don't wait for the perfect idea. Perfect idea doesn't come. For example, I started as a design house and I'm finally doing something on the blockchain and the Bitcoin. So I don't have any business plan, any plan in mind. I just kept taking life as it goes. Second is basically my perspective about funding, right? People get carried away with all these large deals that we read about in the news and the news stories and etc. Like $1 million, $2 million funding, But one of the most important realization what people don't learn is even if a new entrepreneur, for example, right? I hand him 6 crores. Okay, funding of $1 million I hand to him. Do you think he will spend it right? For example, I took at least 5 to 6 years to learn how to manage cash flow efficiently. I have had cash flow issues. I have been in positions where we weren't able to pay salaries to employees. We weren't able to even pay, we couldn't personally take any money, all because of cash flow mistakes. So, a newbie with an idea, don't look forward to getting into funding immediately, because if you don't have the talent of managing cash flow properly, you're not earning your money, you're earning investors' money. But then, what it comes down to, then investors start saying that, hey, today's startup community is full of shit, they don't have any proper ideas and stuff. It's not that we don't have proper ideas. Cash flow management talent is really required to manage funding very, very efficiently. Or what will happen is your business will go down the drain. All due respect, they release stingy, they manage cash really efficiently. Every amount to be spent from the company outside is very, very important. But as a newbie, we sometimes don't have the cash flow management, and without having cash flow management talent within ourselves, please do not look out for the funding. So that's one of my learnings with respect to funding. Third, most important, marketing. I have seen again a lot of entrepreneurs who come out with a brilliant product. So this is my personal opinion. An average product sold very nicely, it's still a better deal than a great product which is sold bad. It's as simple as that. It may be a great product, but if you're not selling it right, it's bad. If it's even an average product, if you're selling it great, that's a great deal, right? So the art of deal making and marketing is very, very important. So here I'm going to quote a small question with respect to one of the richest company in the world, Microsoft. Okay, so all of us know Microsoft is the richest company. Bill Gates made it big with Windows. But I'm going to share a small insight which a lot of people don't know, right? So when Dell was coming out with their first personal computers, when Bill Gates was invited to basically write the Windows software, first thing, Bill Gates did not have this OS ready. The operating system was not ready with them, right? So immediately his instinct was basically to find out the operating system that is ready from the market. So he found out DOS, and he did an outright purchase, which is he got the entire rights of the company on the operating system for $50,000. We're talking about 35 lakhs of Indian rupees approximately right now. So he took the entire rights of this company called DOS, and then he basically sold it to IBM as MS-DOS. Now this story many of us know. Okay, what we don't know here is the kind of deal that Bill Gates struck with Dell. First of all, he put 3 clauses. Microsoft is the only operating system with which Dell will run. Number one, very one-sided deal towards Microsoft, right? Second, Microsoft will not sign for exclusivity. Microsoft will still work with Dell, HP, etc., for giving the software. Again, one-sided deal. And Microsoft will not do an outright purchase. They will only do a per computer installation model, right? So these 3 things. It's a completely one-sided deal to Microsoft. Do you think they would have signed it? Definitely not, right? It was rejected that night. Okay, now here is one of the biggest learning that we don't know. Usage of contacts in business is something very, very important. We need to meet people are opportunities, right? Bill Gates' mother was one of the chief financial consultant of IBM, and she was active financial consultant in NASDAQ as well. And IBM was listed in NASDAQ, and Bill Gates' mother was one of the primary person who basically drafted the model of when IBM went public. Right? And then Bill used his mother's influence to make sure that the deal went through. That's the hard reality right now. So that was a proper usage of contact information, because of which Dell signed the Microsoft deal, though it was very one-sided. The only mistake that IBM did here by signing the one-sided deal is they did not foresee the growth of personal computing back then. Okay, now India, my learning is simple. Leave all the Microsofts and the large corporations ahead. It is the same product somebody sold for one-time cost of 35 lakhs, $50,000. Now this man sold the same on a per license model. So here, did the product make the difference or the deal make the difference? It's as simple as that, right? So coming out to the best business model is very, very important, which is why Shankar Ganesh, I also keep advising you that don't go for outright business model to all your clients. You need to spend some time. Today we are living in the world of business models. What Uber has done is devised a new business model of eliminating brokers. That's a new business model, right? So it could be the same product. It could be it's a wonderful team behind it, but if your business model is not strong, it's going to fail, right? So that is something that you really need to understand before you launch it to go to market. So that's what the marketing and the deal making part. And fourth is basically the team. Like for example, today Freshdesk or Zoho is all there. It is because of the team behind it, right? And again, investors don't look at only the product; they look at the team. Whether the team is energetic enough and the team is enthusiastic enough to basically, if I put the money, will I get the returns and stuff like that. So building a good team is very, very, very important. Okay, I'm going to share a small story here before I conclude. We all know for the first 10 years, 11 years, Infosys was completely in a 2-bedroom apartment, Nandan Nilekani, Narayana Murthy, everybody. And we know by the 13th year, they were public. They listed in NASDAQ again. Right, so the net worth is not safe. We don't know that, right? So here, by the end of 10th year, what they had concluded is, unless a Narayana Murthy or Nandan Nilekani, they were excellent project managers back then, handling $1 million portfolio of large software deals. They both realized only one thing: if they were not able to create 100 other Nandan Nilekanis and Narayana Murthys, the company wouldn't scale up, expand. So they had the discussion of even selling out the stake, selling out the company, etc., etc., etc. Then they realized developing that middle management layer is the most important aspect of scaling up any company. Okay, so then before they went public in 13th year, by the end of 10th year, they started a company called Infosys Training Limited. Infosys Training Limited. I'm sure everybody would have heard that Infosys or training right? So that was formed in those 2 years, where they formed Infosys Training Limited, and Narayana Murthy dedicated 70% of his time only to train people for 6 months. So he basically takes a batch of 100-150 people, he trains them. Not that by the end of 6 months everybody will come out as Narayana Murthy. No, that's impossible. That cannot happen. But what happened there is people were able to match at least 70% of Narayana Murthy's skill set, who all became the top manager, and some people 50 to 60% of Narayana Murthy, who all became the project manager, execution layers. And then they were able to take up multi-million dollar deals, and they were able to scale up the company very, very horizontally. One of the major skill set that I think today's entrepreneur we all lack is purely because team building, right? Today what we think is we hire somebody, we build the team, 1.5 years he gets another opportunity and goes back from the company. Right? That's a typical cycle that we are all stuck. Even I have the problem. I know Ashik also has that problem. So that developing the leadership team. So here is the founder's responsibility of making sure the team also sees the vision, where he or she basically Goran sir சொல்லிருந்தாரு 30-40 பேர் கிரியேட் பண்றாங்க. அதான் சக்சஸ். அந்த 30-40 இன்னும் ஒரு 120-150 இருந்தாங்கன்னா I'm sure Aspire would have been built a company by now already. Right? So developing that middle layer is very, very important. That's why your team building based capability basically comes in. So these are some of the major factors that I see with that. And how many of you want to start up right now? Okay, here what do you think is the major factor that's stopping you guys from starting up?
Fear of failure.
Correct point address பண்ணலாம். ஒரே ஒரு கேள்வி கேட்கிறேன். I sort of set up college and stuff like that. என்ன ஆயிரும் மிஞ்சி போனா?
The guts to leave the current.
நான் ஒரே கேள்வி மிஞ்சி போனா என்ன? அதுவும் மிஞ்சி போனா? மூணே கேள்வி கேட்கிறேன். நைட்டு தூங்குறதுக்கு இடம் இருக்காது உங்களுக்கு? இருக்கு. அப்ப அம்மா கத்துவாங்க, வீட்டில் வச்சு தான் அவனு பெற்றுறாங்க, ரெடி கிடையாது. ரெண்டாவது சாப்பாடு வாங்க காசு இல்லாமல் வீட்டில் சாப்பிட மாட்டாங்களான்னு கேட்டிங்கன்னா I don't think நம்ம சம்பாதிச்சாதான் ஃபேமிலி ஓடுவோங்கிற நிலைமையில இன்னைக்கு நம்ம கிடையாது. ஏதோ காட் சேவிங் that. So what my only advice is, it's only fear again. You just need to knock it off. Right? And the பயம் இருக்க you will not have basically the guts to basically come out and get into it. Not only that, not only for starting up. Some people even leave, if you are very very scared to even leave corporate life to get into a startup. அதுவும் பெரிய பயம். டிசிஎஸ் பேனர் விட்டுருவோமோ, இன்ஃபோசிஸ் பேனர் விட்டுருவோமோ, இதெல்லாம் கம்பெனி UMM 120 கம்பெனி தான் இந்த கம்பெனி இருக்குமோ இல்லையோ, இல்லை ஈஸி சர்வீசஸ் தான் இந்த கம்பெனி இருக்குமோ இல்லையோ, அந்த பயமே நம்மகிட்ட இருக்கு. But the truth is, trust me, nothing's going to happen. Nothing's going to happen. And the journey that you will have is phenomenal. You will have a story to tell. You will fall down, you will learn, and you will get up. You might again fall down, you will learn, and stuff like that. So the first thing that you need to do is cut off the friend circle who says, hey, மச்சான் இதுதான் தேவையில்லாத ரிஸ்க், அதெல்லாம் பண்ணி எனக்கு மூணு லைஃப் நல்லா போயிட்டு இருக்கு, அதை முதல்ல பண்ணுங்க. Right? And what is basically do in a community like this, if you are talking about Sunday evening almost 8 o'clock, Satyam will be running full, Luke's will be running full, Palazzo will be running full, everything is running full, but we, at least 120 people, I'm really happy that we are here. We are here to learn something, to make sure that we can go ahead and achieve something in life. It's itself a great signal for us that we can do something, really better in life. So, trust me, all of it fear la kadiyadu. All of it fear la kadiyadu. In fact, you would literally feel liberal freedom. You'll feel liberal freedom. You have freedom to do something that you actually like. The personal satisfaction that you get by doing something that you like and love the most, nothing can beat it. No money can ever beat it. And trust me, nobody has ever died trying to start up. Nobody's ever died. So I don't think we basically need to fail also. Okay, so I think I'm cut close of time. I had a lot to say, but I think that's a kind of time limitations. But thank you guys. So just to conclude, my name is Santhosh Palavesh, and UMM Digital is my name, and you can pretty much Google us. And I actively work with a lot of VC firms. I am not an investor, but I'm on the panel of a lot of VC firms and stuff like that. And we don't charge for the free advice that we give. And we have worked with almost multiple industries. You talk about construction, food, transportation, etc., etc. We have seen companies rise in that and fall in that, and especially people who are slightly falling into the tech side, trying to build a product, trying to build this thing. Do not assume. You can get in touch with us through social media. We are more than happy to give our share our insights and share our journey so that you could learn something out of it. Okay, sorry. One last bit of experience that I wanted to basically share with you guys. How many of you are planning to start tech businesses or in tech businesses? Okay, so let's say for example, I'll share one of my small incident with this particular startup. So this guy dropped into my office stating he wants to build an application. I said, more than happy, I'm a new business for me, right? So he said he's quit his corporate life, which is a decently high paying job, 50-60 lakhs per annum, which is a decent high paying job. He's quitting, and he says he wanted to start a carpooling application. Suddenly my mind a little bit, I started judging him. Carpooling application, இன்னொரு application எதுக்கு carpooling application? Already Uber board இருக்கு, நிறைய apps இருக்கு, oil will success with that. Sir, okay, ask him what's his plan. He said he's already put in 30 lakhs and built the app also for the carpooling and things like that, right? Now he says he has no money to basically go and do the actual business, which is a complete wrong approach. Do not get carried away by technology. Technology always comes in when you are not able to handle the amount of manual work that is involved in a business. So my advice to that person was, if I was in a position, I wouldn't have spent 30 lakhs on application, building an application, because tech will take its place. Oyo Rooms, Ritesh is a good friend of mine. Oyo Rooms didn't start with the app on day one. Flipkart didn't start with an app on day one. Amazon didn't start with an app on day one. It is only our perception that hey, Oyo is an app, Ola is an app, Uber is an app, it's an app பண்ணிடலாம். No, I told him, carpooling தானே, carpooling போய் டைப் பண்ணுங்க, எக்ஸல் ஷீட்ல கார் நம்பர் ரெடியூஸ் பண்ணுங்க, எக்ஸல் ஷீட்ல ப்ரோக்ராம் ரன் பண்ணுங்க, முதல்ல ஒரு 100 ரைடு ஒரு நாளைக்கு நீங்க பிளான் பண்ணுங்க, பிளான் பண்ணிட்டு பேமெண்ட் கேஷ்ல கலெக்ட் பண்ணுங்க, டிஸ்பர்ஸ் பண்ணுங்க. என்னைக்கு உங்களால அந்த 100 வந்து எக்ஸல் ஷீட்லயும் வாட்ஸ்அப் குரூப்லயும் 200வது 300வது ஐயோ தலைவலியா இருக்குதோ, அன்னைக்கு is the question where the app should come and fit in, rather than you trying to build an application on day one and trying to become, and what we don't seem to understand is Oyo is an apartment lodging company, and Uber is a broking company, and Flipkart is a logistics company. Now so get onto the feet and understand the firm of business. Swiggy's business is a logistics business. Swiggy is not a food delivery, app. Swiggy is a logistics business. Tomorrow you can even choose to deliver courier or post if in case there's margin in that. Today food has that margin, and that's why he's choosing that. So Swiggy is again a logistics business. So people who are looking forward to start up, get into the actual business. Tech is only a Maya. That's the actual word to be used. Tech is only a Maya, and trust me, tech drains money. Today Google AdWords is not cheap. Facebook advertising is not cheap. Getting a download is costly. An average cost per download in India is currently going at 12 rupees 50 paise. And I can choose to uninstall the next minute I download an app, but 12 rupees is still gone. 1,000 downloads is, we're talking about 12,000 rupees is gone. Simply for waste. So tech should come in at the question when your business model is completely strong, done, evolved, and then tech should basically come in to basically ease your amount of manual work that's going into the business rather than tech being the first approach, right? So some of the insights, okay, so let's look forward to connect offline, and I think we all have a moral responsibility of giving employment to a lot of people. Today, corporate employment has gone tough, let's be very honest. The TCS, Infosys, the numbers that they were hiring when I passed out back in 2000, it's not the same numbers right now. Today, most of the people are being hired in SMEs and startups. So I think we all have that responsibility. Let's together form a better economy, better India, right? Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for such a beautiful, dynamic speech.
Thank you, Ashik, also for I think such a good community is getting formed.
Yeah.
Be persistent and make it global.
Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much for the kind words. So, guys, let's keep it very precise. 3 questions, and we have come to the conclusion part actually. ரெண்டு பேர் என்ன பேசினாலும் ரெண்டு பேர் தெரியும். ஒருத்தர் கம்ப்ளீட்டா he talked about the customer satisfaction, how to satisfy customers. Because I would like to add up one point, because customer satisfaction is the key point. Every startup people, every business people who are here actually ரொம்ப நோட்டீஸ் பண்ணக்கூடிய முக்கியமான விஷயம்னா கஸ்டமர் சாட்டிஸ்ஃபேக்ஷன். அமேசான் வந்து டாப் லிஸ்ட்ல வந்திருக்கு. ஜெஃப் பெசோஸ் இவ்வளவு பெரிய பில்லியனர் ஆயிருக்கான்னு சொன்னாக்கா the only key solution what he said is customer satisfaction. ஏன்னா he said customer is king. customer is kingங்கிறது நிறைய வாட்டி கேட்டிருப்போம், பட் அதை உணர மாட்டேங்கிறோம் யாருமே. customer is king in the sense like we கிங்க்கு எந்த மாதிரி நார்மலா அந்த காலத்துல ராஜாக்கு எந்த மாதிரி சர்வ் பண்ணுவாங்க, ஸோ அந்த மாதிரி சொல்றாரு. ஜெஃப் பெசோஸ் saying something, we need to be something like a servants for the king. Customers are king. So that is what he is trying to do that. அவருக்கு மாசம் இவ்வளவு பணம் கஸ்டமருக்கு இறக்கணும்னு சொல்லி அவர் தேவையில்லை, பட் he is doing because customers loyalty கிடைக்குது, customer satisfaction கிடைக்குது. So அதுக்கு மட்டுமே தனியா we need to give a big hand for அண்ணாதுரை, because he is doing a wonderful job. நம்மளே வந்து இவ்வளவு ப்ராடக்ட்ஸ் வாங்குறதுக்கு யோசிப்போம், அதுவும் நம்மளுக்கு வாங்குறதுக்கு யோசிப்போம். அதை வாங்கிட்டு ஃப்ரெஷ்ஷான ப்ராடக்ட்ஸ் அவருடைய ஆசையை கட்டுப்படுத்திட்டு கஸ்டமர்ஸ்க்கு யூஸ் பண்ண போகிற இத்தனை கூகுள் ஹோம்ல வாங்கி வச்சிருக்காருங்க. இது என்ன சொல்றதுன்னு தெரியல. That's what I'm telling you. Customer is அந்த மாதிரி that is the passion. Because அது பண்ணணும்னு அவசியம் இல்லை. அவ்வளோ லோன் போட்டு எனக்கு தெரியல அப்படி எப்படி பண்றாங்கிறது அது தனியாக நான் பேசிக்கிறேன். But still the passion which is driving to do that something, that is what everyone needs. Because சும்மா சாதாரண பிசினஸ் ஆரம்பிச்சோம், it's not very simple to start a business, to start a startup and just go with that, we'll get money. It's not like that. You need to have a passion. The passion drives you to do all these things. And similarly, Santhosh Palavesh has a wonderful journey. College second year, third year, he started his own journey. He has given a beautiful speech. எல்லாமே கவர் பண்ணாரு. Digital marketing, technology, what to do, what not to do. See, these are the things which you need to observe, because it's very important for you guys to observe and implement it. This Kickstarter event is not something which is very simple. வந்தோமா கவனிச்சோம் போன அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி இருக்கக்கூடாதுங்கிறத மெயின் எங்களோட அப்ஜெக்டிவ். The Kickstarter event நாங்க கண்டக்ட் பண்ண முடியும். The main thing is you need to observe it and you need to implement it in your strategy, in your actions. That is more important. Please do that. And fine, thank you so much for giving such a small time for explaining all these things. We'll keep it very precise. 3 questions கேளுங்க. சந்தோஷ் கேளுங்க. Because you know எதில் அவர் ரிலேட்டடாக இருக்கான்னு தெரியும். He's involved in digital marketing as well as like blockchain technology involved இருக்காரு. You can ask something technological or அவரோட ஜர்னி பத்தி கேட்கலாம். 3 கொஸ்டின். 4வது பண்ண வேண்டாம், பிகாஸ் 4வது யாராவது கேட்டு நம்ம அலோவ் பண்ணா தப்பா எடுத்துக்காதீங்க, பிகாஸ் டைம் கன்ஸ்ட்ரெயின் அவ்வளவுதான். After this we'll go with the networking, because we allotted 20 minutes only for networking. You can network with each and every one. எல்லாரும் நெட்வொர்க் பண்ணுங்க தயவு செஞ்சு. So we'll first finish it off this and then I will explain about the other process. Please, anybody. Yeah, the first the blue shirt with the specs. You can use
this is about decision making. See, for example, I'm following more than 3 years. I know you well, like how you started and other things. The first thing I just want to know about the decision making. So one incident you have mentioned, like ஒருத்தர் வந்து நான் கிளைண்ட்டை மீட் பண்ணும்போது ஒரு லைக் ஒரு டீசெண்டாக ட்ரெஸ் பண்ண லைக் ஒரு பழைய ஷர்ட்டோட போயிருந்தேன். He was a guy who came and tell me that you have to dress neatly. So நீங்க வந்து ஓகே அது ஒரு நல்ல தாட் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி நீங்க எடுத்துக்கிட்டீங்க. ஸோ அந்த மாதிரி வந்துட்டு
நீங்க அழுதுங்க, அது ஒரு விஷயம், அது வெளியே தெரியாது.
No, I have read that in your blog actually that incident. Okay, so அந்த பர்சன் யாரும் எனக்கு தெரியல, பட் என்னன்னா இந்த மாதிரி உங்களுக்கு டிசிஷன்ஸ் கொடுக்கும்போது அது கரெக்டாக தப்பா நீங்க ஒர்க் பண்ணி நீங்க ட்ரையல் எரர் வச்சு நீங்க எடுத்தீங்களா, இல்ல வந்துட்டு how you choose, like sometimes வந்து நீங்க ட்ரையல் எரர் பண்ணும்போது எதுவும் ஃபெயிலியர் ஆயிருக்கா?
ஓகே, ஸோ இதில் வந்து ஏற்கனவே இந்த கொஸ்டினை ஒரு மாதிரி விதத்தில் அண்ணாதுரை சார் ஆன்சர் பண்ணிட்டாரு. நமக்குள்ள ஸ்கூல் லைஃப் தான் 12th முடியதை தவிர லேர்னிங் லைஃப் லாங் முடியாது, ரைட்டா? ஸோ ஒன் ஆஃப் தி நாங்கள் நீங்கள் சொன்ன அந்த இன்சிடென்ட் பேசிக்கலி ஐ டேக் இட், ரைட்? I did not work in any corporate where I was not trained to basically how to dress up formally. You know, you need to wear shoes for a meeting, something I didn't know because I came straight out of college. So I still went with that, normal sandals to one of my client RBS Bank, Royal Bank of Scotland, where then when you're meeting a VP of Indian division of a large Fortune 500 company and I go dressed like a beggar, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense because there's a moral for this, which the very reason I was not being taught that. And today our education system doesn't teach much. I did not know even how to register a company when I came out of college. அது நாலஞ்சு மேட்டர் எனக்கு மட்டும் தான் தெரியும், ரைட்? செக் மட்டும் வாங்கிட்டேன், செக் பேங்க் போனதே இல்லை, எப்படி செக்கை டெபாசிட் பண்ணுறது, how to deposit. So I went to bank, I told I want to convert the money, he asked me for a company, what is the company சார்னு கேட்டேன், அப்புறம் ஆடிட் அலோவ் பண்ணாங்க. ஸோ இந்த மாதிரி பார்க்கும்போது பார்த்தீங்கன்னா இட்ஸ் ஆல் அபவுட் லேர்னிங் ஆன் த கோ ஒன்லி. Decision making part of it, yes, business is all about decision making now. But you know what? Right or wrong, take a decision. There is no right decision, there is no wrong decision. Sometimes decision எடுப்போம். நான் இதுவரைக்கும் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா கிட்டத்தட்ட நிறைய decision எடுத்திருப்பேன். Maybe because of நிறைய wrong-ஆகவும் போயிருக்கு, நிறைய right-ஆகவும் போயிருக்கு.
One decision you regret, like, ஐயோ அதை எடுத்திருந்தா நானும் எனக்கு ஒரு ஃபீலாக இருக்காது, கேட்டுக்கூடாது அப்படின்ற மாதிரி கண்டிப்பாக ஒன்று இருந்திருக்கும். ஏன்னா இது வந்து இந்த ஜோர்னி ஆஃப் 10 years, right? So tell me that one decision. So it will be like somehow, எல்லாரும் ஃபேஸ் பண்ணுவாங்க எனக்கு ஒரு நாள். உங்களோட டிசிஷன் இல்லையா 10 நிமிஷம் யோசிங்க. இல்லை இது ஒன்றுனா அப்பா ஏன்டா எடுத்தோம் அப்படின்ற மாதிரி ஒரு இது இருக்குங்களா? ஸோ அது சொன்னீங்கன்னா ஓகே.
ஏதாவது எந்த டிசிஷன் நான் எடுத்து தப்பாச்சு ஃபீல் பண்ணதோ கேட்குறீங்களா? Okay.
Someone like idea easier கொடுத்துருவாங்க யாராவது.
Great. One வந்து I wouldn't say it's a wrong decision, but one decision that I have basically felt about is, should I be in a product company? Should I have been a product company? A lot of people say service company is not scalable. Right. So fresh etc. But அதை யோசிப்பேன், but I don't think I made a wrong decision there. I have voluntarily chosen to be a service company. It's purely because right now the model in which I am working, I am helping build, let's say 20, my vision is very simple. By 2025, out of UMM Digital, I would have built at least 100 different products, all on their journey towards $1 billion mark. And I have 3 in that already. One company that we have built is approximately $700 million valuated right now. The other company is $100 million. The other company is almost $30 million. By 2025, I want to have worked with 100 companies. In all the 100 companies, I would have at least, let's say, 3 to 10% anywhere equity in that particular range. And even if one hits the $1 billion mark, I'm gonna have a great exit at that point of time. So product company இருந்திருக்கலாமோ அப்படின்ற டெசிஷன் நான் எனக்கு யோசிச்சது உண்டு, பட் ரிக்ரெட் இருக்கான்னு கேட்க ரிக்ரெட் எனக்கு கிடையாது. That's
second question please. Second, anyone? Yeah, please. Yeah, the white shirt.
இதான் ஆபீஸ் நிறைய கேட்பல
அப்போ கம்மி பண்ணுவோம். Anyways,
நான் ஒரு இன்ஸ்டாகிராம் ப்ரொஃபைல் பார்க்கும்போது கமா போட்டு 4 ஸ்டார்ட் அப் சிஓ இருக்கு. அண்ட் அதர் திங் என்னன்னா, நீங்க உங்க டைம் எப்படி மேனேஜ் பண்றீங்க, ஒரு நாளைக்கு நீங்க எவ்வளவு நேரம் தூங்குறீங்க, அண்ட் உங்க ஃபேமிலி மெம்பர்ஸ் அதை பத்தி
ரொம்ப பர்சனலா போறானா?
அதான் தெரியும் சேரணும் கேட்கணும் சொல்லிட்டு. ஓகே, ஃபோக்கஸ் இல்லைனா லைஃப்ல ஜெயிக்க முடியாது. At some point of time, everybody, after reaching some amount of success in business, we all think we are all the next somebody. I've been in that phase also. I'm talking about 2014, 2015, and then life gives you one slap, and it makes you realize this is where you belong. But I have been through that journey at least twice. Okay, so all these company names that you see are some of the companies where I have invested either money or my brand name or my portfolio, right? And some money with that. And these companies are all self running. The 2 major focus that I am focusing on right now is UMM Digital, and Wellfix is a dual focus setup now. I have been in a position where I doing 7 business, 8 business in the group னு சொல்லிட்டு ஒரு ஃபார்ம் பண்ணிட்டு, but trust me what, focus நான் லைஃப்ல ஒன்றும் பண்ண முடியாது. ஒரு விஷயம் பண்ணணும், இப்படியே பண்ணணும். அது வந்து நான் லைஃப்ல அடிப்படை தான் கற்றுக்கிட்டேன். Right, so all the names that you have seen basically is the company that I have invested either money or my brand portfolio, and I am on the directorship board. But if you ask me how actively do I go and sit in that company, I don't even go and sit in that company. I only do a monthly review of how that company and portfolio is performing. But my thing is only to my baby UMM and Wellfix, my other thing. That's my only 2 focus. And focus, I think it all boils down to focus. Yeah.
Okay, like final question. I guess 2 hands are raising. One hand. ஒருத்தர் யாரா?
So actually இப்போ நான் வந்து ஒரு கரண்ட் பண்ணி ரன் பண்ணியிருக்கேன். அப்பார்ட்மெண்ட் பார்ட்னர்ஷிப்போட ரன் பண்ணியிருக்கேன். ஸோ இப்போ நான் ஃபேஸ் பண்ணுற பேரியர்ஸ் என்னன்னா, ஸோ அப்பப்போ எனக்கு தோணும், நான் இப்போ ஸ்டார்ட் அப் பண்ணியிருக்கேன், நான் குவிட் பண்ணிடலாமா அப்படின்ற மாதிரி தோணும்.
You already running a company, right?
So I'm just running my own company.
Okay.
So there is a recruitment company மாதிரி பார்ட்னர்ஷிப் ரன் பண்ணியிருக்கேன். ஆனால் சம்டைம்ஸ் எனக்கு தோணுறது என்ன அப்படின்னா, குவிட் பண்ணிடலாமா, எதுக்காண்டி அப்படின்னா பொட்டன்ஷியல் பேரியர்ஸ் எனக்கு வந்து ஃபேமிலியோட ஃபேமிலி சொல்கிறாங்க, வேணா அவன் அந்த மாதிரி சம்பாதிச்சிட்டான்.
Brother, sorry to interrupt. In case if you could try to ask in English, people who does not know.
I can translate. Okay, please. Yeah.
So actually, I'm just running my own recruitment company along with my partnership. So there is a co-partner for running company. So due to some potential barriers, I'm just in some conditions to think out of like, can I quit this startup and go back to the corporate life or not?
Go back to corporate life. Okay.
Because when it comes to service, I'm just running a service-based company. So I'm just in between actually to lack of what kind of branding work. So since you are from servicing industry, what kind of branding is there? You know, Google போல. So what kind of branding you work? அப்படின்ற மாதிரி கேட்கலாம். So அந்த மாதிரி வரப்போ எனக்கு corporate level இங்கே வந்ததுனால தான் நான் இன்வெஸ்டிங்
So if I'm understanding your question right, your time spending that in startup when you now go back to corporate life is not adding value to your profile.
Yes.
Correct?
So branding
Correct.
is a necessary or not? That's what
It's a very good question. Personal branding is definitely a great asset. Personal branding is definitely a great asset. நாளைக்கு ஒருத்தர் 3 கோடி 4 கோடி போட்டானா அதற்கு படம் எடுத்தாங்க நான் ஆச்சரியப்பட மாட்டேன். எல்லா ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்கா எடுக்க மாட்டாங்க. So that's what is achieved basically because of the personal branding. Personal branding I started exploring after 7 years of entrepreneurship. Now I started creating a personal brand that starts from when a lot of people try to know you or whatever other things and stuff like that, right? But trust me, startup company like mine, maybe I don't know which corporate you applied to, maybe they didn't appreciate your startup experience, but trust me, number one point what I want to convey is being an employee is not bad. Number one, you need to understand, being an employee is not bad, or being an employee doesn't put you here or an entrepreneur here. Okay, I know the value of good employees within the organization, without which we will not be able to grow. எல்லாமே business owner வந்துட்டா யார் வேலை பார்ப்பா, right? But the opportunity here is, I think you should choose companies rather than a corporate, maybe a mid-sized companies or a small startup with a huge vision where you can basically go and use the experience that you gained in your startup, what all you couldn't implement there, you come to this particular company and give your best for this particular company. Even as an employee, you can still go. Take Santhosh Picture for example. It's not of, you just know, yeah, you know very little of Google, but employee can go. Today, last year to grow L&T, SNS CEO sir, but he joined as a clerk there, and he made us all the way to the this thing like. So trust me, opportunity becoming big in life only entrepreneur தான் முடியுமானா அது மாயை. எல்லாராலையும் business பண்ணா தான் வந்து success பண்ணா அப்படிலாம் கிடையாது. Being an employee is also fairly there, and there are really good high paying jobs, and trust me, there are really high good companies like me who really value people with a little failed experience in a startup so that they can come and give our best in the organization. I would say don't choose that kind of companies. Don't choose companies which doesn't value you. Then it doesn't make any sense. Maybe they are doing that to have a great salary negotiation with you. So don't let that happen. Choose companies. I'm sure there are a lot of companies in Chennai and Bangalore which needs people with entrepreneurial experience so that we can take the company forward along with the entrepreneur's vision.